CVM Sunrise, thank you so very much for being here. Now, if you know anything about Jamaicans, there are two things known to cause problems in families: barrel from foreign and deadlift. Now, today, we're going to look further into the deadlift and important provisions that a person can put in place for their loved ones. Joining us on Law and Order JA this morning is Stacey Ann Carty, Acting Administrator General for Jamaica. Welcome.
Thank you for inviting and having us.
How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Very well. Now, deadlift causes a lot of problems. When people die without a will, they die intestate, right? As we say in the legal profession, it's a problem. And sometimes the problems can start from the person who least expect it. So let me start with first, who is the Administrator General of Jamaica and what role does the Admin Gen play?
Sure. So the Administrator General of Jamaica is a person who the government has established to deal with assets where persons have died without a will. So we have been around for 150 years, so it's nothing new, deadlift, nor is it new for persons to have a little bit of disagreement when persons die, and that's why the government has created an entire department to deal with this. So our focus is where somebody has died, as you said, without a will, we move the assets that you have worked hard for from you to whomever your beneficiaries are.
Yes. So when somebody dies intestate, what happens to those assets and how are they distributed?
Okay, so what we do, firstly, someone dies, we get a report that they have died. A family member, neighbor, whomever comes and lets us know. We do a thorough investigation because, you see, Jamaican people also are very secretive. So you may not even know all the assets. You may just say, oh, I think I saw her going down to so-and-so bank one day. So we do a thorough search of all the financial institutions, all the insurance companies, the land agency to see what assets you have left behind. Then once we have that and we have taken it into our custody, we invest the monies. If there is property, we can rent it, we can sell it so it can generate income. And unfortunately, you didn't make a will. So you cannot determine from the grave who gets what, which would have been your preference. You know, I don't know about you, but I like to be in control of my life. So I want to say who gets what and how much you get. So I will make a will, and that's what we advocate. However, Jamaican people tend, for some reason, not to want to face their mortality, so they don't make wills. So the law determines who gets what.
Can you talk to us about how that division is done?
So it's called a table of distribution.
Very well.
And if it is that you have a spouse, and a spouse is not just someone who is married. Yes, the person with a marriage certificate, but also if you've been living as man and wife for 5 consecutive years, you can apply to the court for the